sitting out on the lanai and in a quasi-meditation process right now, just being with whatever arises, both internally and externally. And today's subject matter, for lack of a better term, is exploring reality testing and what that means for me, for you, for anybody, and how I've come to sort of change my thinking about that. The idea about testing reality, is it your imagination? Is it your speculation, your expectation, that you see something a certain way, characterize somebody a certain way, or are they actually the way you see it? And you test it. Is that person 6'5" or 6 foot? You take a tape measure and you measure his height. Is the water cold or is the water hot? Before I jump into the pool, and you put your toe in and you test the reality of your perceptions. It looks cool and refreshing. In fact, it's bath warm and sort of tepid. That's one idea of reality testing. My take on it is that really, whenever anything is tested along those lines, it's really my perceptions that are being measured and tested. My perception of that tree, my perception of that person, my perception of this block of wood, my perception of the dimensions of these rooms. And when I measure that room, I'm measuring my perception of that room, the area, the length and width. So I'm never really testing reality. I'm testing my perceptions of what is. And that is kind of freeing in this sense, that it opens up the door to the possibility that how I see it may not be the way it actually is. It may be some other way. Most likely is different than how I see it. But I have to work with what I am perceiving. So I test my perception and I test your perception. How you see somebody, how you see a culture, how you see a religion, how you see a practice, how you see a teaching, how you see a political party. Whatever the issues are, what is your perception of it? And I understand that is all you're telling me, is your perception of it, not the reality of it. Testing perceptions. And behind that idea of testing perception is a different idea, but somewhat related, and that is, how does awareness inform mind? That what mind is seeing is not how it actually is. There is a kind of belief in the spiritual practice world that awareness can inform one's behavior, imbue one with a certain sense of suchness. But in fact, awareness doesn't do anything, because awareness is not a thing. It simply is what allows perception. It does not dictate perception. It does not enhance perception. You cannot get more consciousness. You cannot quantify consciousness. It simply always and ever is itself.